Hello everybody and welcome back to the Ultimate Beginner's Guide on 7 Days to Die. Welcome back to the channel, and hopefully you have picked up a few things from episode 1, but we are back with episode 2 and today is a new day. Look at that beautiful sunshine. Now we're stuck to as much to the vanilla settings as possible. So at 4 AM you can get out and you can be safe and you're not going to die. So, well, I don't know about the not dying bit, but you've got less chance of dying. Let's go with that. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. So today, what is today? Well, today is all about gathering supplies. You need supplies, so you need to, basically you need to just take yourself out, remember where your location is, and by doing that, we need to stand nearby. Now, if you've not got your bedroll in it, then this will be what you need to do. If you've got your bedroll, it will have your bedroll marker. But just in case you don't have your bedroll, if you press your map button, the M button, scroll in, and you can actually set a waypoint. If you left-click the waypoint, it does absolutely nothing, because it allows you to move the map around. But if you right-click, you can set a quick waypoint, which will set your little red arrow, which will show on the bar as well. Which is good if you just want to remember one location, because as soon as you set a second one, it takes it away. For a more permanent one, you want to save waypoint. You can give it a little icon here. We'll set our little house location, home base. So we've got our home base set in there, and it should give us another little marker. It has done there on the icon. You can see. Now they don't seem to show on the actual main viewing, which is absolutely fine. You don't want a million markers on there anyway. So now we can safely go away from the base. We can crack on with our collection of stuff. And I'm going to go about now. You want things like aloe vera plants are not the greatest thing to get. Because you're not really going to be able to do much with them. Things like this will give you a bit of wood, but it's not going to give you a massive amount of wood. And we're going to start needing to go through some better tools as well, because these stone tools are really not going to last you. But what you do want to do is you just want to beat on a few trees. And now I'm not going to do all of the trees right now, because obviously the last thing you want is for me to stare at the screen like this. But if you notice, they have changed the graphics on the trees. They look a little bit better now. But what I do want to do is I want to head on down here to this POI here. Now don't be afraid to do the POIs, because they do yield you some really good stuff. They're also full of resources as well. So we're going to drop into this POI here like we did before. I've got 3 arrows, so we've got plenty of... Well, we haven't got plenty of arrows, so let's just see if we can get some stone on the outside. Now you want to make sure around the outside there's no enemies. Clear the area around. Got a bit of garbage here you can pick up. Garbage around here. Now I'm just going to see if I can find some stone. I've got some stone here. I'm just going to beat on this stone for a second, because you're going to need stone for the arrows. We've obviously killed plenty of vultures, so we've got quite a few feathers. If you haven't had vultures, you know, and you're struggling to find stuff to be able to build your arrows with, then your best bet is just basically run around looking for the little birds' nests. They're everywhere. You'll find them. There's a lot of them in like the wooded areas and stuff like that. But we've got enough stone there, so we can go ahead and we can craft ourselves. Now, if it's on something like this, it's because it's searched for yucca and it's not reset itself. Just hit that little basic thing there, and you can stone arrows. So we'll craft 12 stone arrows as we got on us. So that gives us a bit more ammo weaponry. Now, one thing we did notice was where the food and water bars were. They definitely weren't obvious, but if I just look up like this, you can see it just clear as day. Right underneath my toolbar there, the little green coloured bar and the blue coloured bar. Green is food, blue is water. We missed it completely until the middle of the night, where the screen was a bit darker, so I'll just put that in mind. Okay, so we're going to go in and we're going to take out everything. Again, remember, 2 things. You can duck and you can like look inside, and the zombies won't attack you. Now let's see if I can find one in there. There we go. Now you can see we've opened the door. The zombie's not alerted to us. What this allows us to do is if you hit them like that, you get a sneak bonus, which is 3.5%. You can then move out, drop yourself back onto normal walking, and you can take them out a little easier. They'll be a little weaker because you've got that bonus, the sneak bonus. There we go, they're dead. You blew a leg off.
And it went right through yours. I don't know if you could actually
Oh,
see that or not, but
always have the sound. Always have the sound because you heard him before you saw him. So we can move on out
ooh,
now. Give ourselves plenty of room. Oh, I didn't hold on enough. Try and keep him. Go, no. There we go. And he's down.
took his arm off with that one, Hawkeye.
Yeah. Right, let's move on in. I'm going to keep the
Quietly
audio.
now.
Hey, well, we should be okay. Just move in. Now, some of these POIs have an upstairs and a downstairs. This looks like this one's just got an upstairs. And if we just keep an eye out, you want to just keep the audio on as well. Nice and loud. You can duck if you want to. Always look around you, look above you. Oh, there we go.
I hear him.
So some of these buildings have, as I say, some markup points where they're gonna wake up. Oh, they're gonna wake up. I wish you wouldn't stand in front of them. They're gonna wake up whether you are noisy or not. They're like little trigger markers. Thank you for stepping that way. As you can see, out here we've got plenty of maneuverability. We can let him come out. Especially if you're alone. If you're alone, you definitely want to do this way. But now we've got plenty of room to kill him, and you're not struggling for space or anything like that. There you go, look at that. Nice and easily dead. That's my arrow. So being in confined spaces like this is bad. This is how you're going to die very quickly. Now, you've seen we've already died once, but don't worry about it. Before you're level 6, don't worry about dying. You're going to get no bad effects from it or anything like that. And you can find there's ways around stuff as well. Oh. No, I want to go back up. So there are, there's nothing really to lose if you die at this low level. So don't worry about dying. The only concern you're going to have dying at this level is obviously you've got to do it all again. Right, okay, so yeah, so this is the point I'm going to make. If this door is locked, but there is another room behind that, there is another way round. All of these buildings here have ways in and out without having to break into them. So you can go ahead and go around here. And that's our locked door that we just had. We've also got a zombie somewhere. There we go. Ouch, he got my legs. Oh, I thought he'd fallen over. Oh, he's actually coming to break the door down because he's not been able to get out towards us. So he may try and break that locked door. Which isn't a bad thing because it means he'll break it so we can get into it.
And we don't have to do any work.
Exactly. It's like a freebie, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think he's actually fallen down.
Come on, buddy.
Oh,
Knock,
he
knock.
has fallen down. Oh, I can hear a snake as well. Just keeping him at arm's length. Oh, he's dead. You can always tell he's dead because you'll get the little XP marker. Right. Let's head on back over. You broke the door down.
The closet door?
Oh, you broke the closet door. Right. Let's head on in.
I didn't loot anything. Don't worry. Don't worry. I'm not going to loot. When everyone thinks I'm going to loot.
Got some ammo in here. Ooh, iron arrows. Excellent, perfect. We got on the balcony. Oh, we got an upstairs and we got another. Nah, it's just the window thing. So always check around everywhere. Oh, there's going to be a vulture in there. There's a vulture and a zombie. I'm just going to wait for the zombie to appear. Yep. Beaten. He's going to drop down. Oh, there's two of them. Two of them. Now, let's see what happens when Hightower realizes he's blocked in.
I did just walk right into a corner, didn't I?
Yep. You can see how we're not being hit by the zombie. Yeah, he's taking a beating.
Well,
This is why you don't back yourself into corners. There we go. That armor did serve you quite well. Yeah, we can go back out here now. Oh, there's a little weak thing there, but we'll sort that out in a minute. Okay, so this is... Oh, sneaky, sneaky. Oh, my item needs repair. We're going to break out of here. Around here. Oh, he dropped a stone arrow. We can repair ours. So obviously, if you're doing this solo, you can just run away, repair it, and come back. Right, let's see if there's any more. Right, I did not think. Okay, so we've got a couple of things. We've got a reinforced chest, which has usually got quite a lot of loot. Wow, look at this, lots of loot. Okay, working stiff. So Hightower's going to break that working stiff like we did last time. We'll break this working stiff. I think I'm going to need to repair my axe.
Hopefully this gets us some tools, because these working stiff boxes...
Yeah, that's exactly what they do. They give you tools generally. They're more chance of giving you tools. I forgot. I've got a level 2 stone axe, and we've got some mortar parts. Excellent. I'm beating this. There you go.
I was beating it with my wooden club.
Well, that's...
I got 3 stone shovels. I mean...
Oh, very nice.
Oh,
yeah.
I took them all. Would you like one?
No, it's okay. Okay, so let's have a quick look at what we've got. So we've got ourselves a stone axe. What we can do now is a level 2 stone axe. It's going to have a little bit more durability. So we can go ahead and we can scrap the original one. Place this one on. And again, we just repair this just like we did with the other one. We've got ourselves a level 2 wooden club, so we can replace our level 1. We can scrap that one as well. Oh. We can then go ahead and repair that one. We've got ourselves a bracing mod, and we've also got ourselves a stone sledgehammer. Now, stone sledgehammer is a really good melee weapon. So if you have a look at that compared to that, well, it gives you there the stats. So the wooden club, actually, if we do it this way around, we can see what it's better at. So the sledgehammer is 4 more stronger than the melee damage one. You've also got a power attack, which I'll show you, which is 28 damage rather than the 15 that this one is, and you've got block damage as well. So obviously if you hit a block with it, you're going to cause 17 more block damage. Don't know how that works. 12 block damage, which is 17 more. Oh, that's why, because we weren't clicking it. 41. To do 29 block damage. So it's pretty decent, but it's slow. But we can have to show you what the power attack is. So we'll get it out. Now, it is actually pretty decent for breaking stuff, which is good as well. So we'll loot this room here. We'll take everything out of it. Make sure you get everything out of it, Hightower. That was the power attack that I accidentally clicked on my right click. Right clicking it does cause a lot more damage. Falling down.
Watch out for that snake under the porch.
Oh, there it is. But it does use a lot of your stamina. That snake's actually blocked under the porch. So let's just get the stamina up. There we go. Look at that. One hit, snake dead. It does do a hell of a lot more damage, but using more stamina. Now, you'll also notice we're starting to get hungry and thirsty. We've not got any food on us, really. But we'll use our yucca juice just to top up our water. The food's not too bad. It just affects your stamina a bit. And as you can see, our stamina is dropping down as well. So we'll keep an eye out on that. But right now, what we're going to do is we're going to take a small break off on camera. And while we're off camera, we're just going to basically strip everything out of this that we want. So things like this here, we'll strip down. These hays, they're alright. They don't give you much. They just give you an actual hay bale. These are actually pretty useful. And we'll come to them in a minute. Hightower mainly will use them. But we'll go around and we'll get some resources. So we're going to chop down some trees. We're going to do some of this stuff here. We're going to grab some stones, and then we'll come back and we'll reconsolidate with what we've done. So we'll be right back shortly. And welcome back, everybody. And we've gathered a few bits and bobs, but we're getting very hungry now. So we're going to head on back in a second to get some food, because the only thing we've got is water. The one thing I wanted to comment on, however, was these little things here. Now, there are a few. There's coal, shale, there's the nitrate, there's the iron and lead. And this is an iron one here. Now, if you beat on this, you're going to get raw iron. You get a little bit of stone as well, but there's nothing major to it. Now, at this level, you're not really going to use iron too much, but very soon we're going to have a use for iron. So, if you've got a bit of spare time, beating on one of these is going to be great. Now, I'll leave this one to it, because we'll gather some more of this while we're off camera. Always grab yourself feathers, because feathers, believe it or not, are quite limited in the game. But the one thing I want to comment on is here. Now, this is a lead one. However, there was an iron one here that Hightower's dug up, and you'll see that it's got a bit of a marker on the ground. This is a vein, so every one of these actually marks where the is. You can see the vein starts from there and it works its way under the ground. Now, if you beat on this, you can actually see where it is, and everything around it is going to be like the normal ground. But if you continue to beat on this, it will actually travel down into the ground, and you can follow it along, and you can get yourself a good amount of resources. But using a primitive tool is going to take you forever to get the resources. So what I tend to do is I'll wait until later on, and then I'll gather them resources once I've got myself a better tool. And you'll be getting better tools fairly quickly as well. I mean, we can find some in some of the boxes, but what we can do also as well is we can mark this off. Save waypoint. We can go ahead and mark this or something like that and go tools. So we know that that building there's got tools on it. And in the next however many days, once it resets, we can go ahead and gather some. Now, if you've got it set on vanilla, it's going to be 30 days. So yeah, don't wait for that. But we are really low on food, so we're going to start heading our way back. We'll just grab whatever trees are on the way there, and while we discuss a few other bits and bobs. Now, the one thing they have changed in this is actually the combat side of things. So when you take damage now, there's a little bit of a leeway when it comes to injuries and stuff like that. So when we start seeing these injuries, which I'm presuming we're going to see more of as we can take more hits, like once we've got armor, it may be that it's locked until level 6 just to give you a chance to get used to the game. This is the power hit I was talking to you about.
Hey.
You see how it uses a lot of stamina. There we go. But it will knock them down pretty quick. There we go. Oh, Hightower was unfortunately disconnected.
So hard it knocked me out of the game.
But he'll be back shortly. But let's continue without him whilst he logs back in. The other thing I wanted to comment on, which I didn't do whilst we were in the building because we had zombies around, was they've also got a new kind of system for loot. So the actual system for the loot is better. So they're calling it Tech 0, which is primitive stuff. Tech 1, which is your iron or similar melee items, armor, etc. Plus like your very basic firearms. Your Tech 2s, which is your better melee stuff, bows, better armor, mid-range weaponry, and the pump-action shotgun, stuff like that. And Tech 3 is your most advanced, which is like the M60 or sniper rifles. The Trader Quest system also scales along the same way, but basically for game state levels, which is these here, if you go to your players list, you'll see the game state level. Because I am level 2, I am at game stage level 2. This is also based off like how you are set up as a person, so that goes up a lot faster than your level does, and you'll notice that as you're playing. But between game stage 1 to 11, you're only going to really find primitive tools, stuff like that. From game stage 12 to roughly around about 50, you'll start seeing the Tech 1 stuff. From 50 till 91, you'll start seeing the Tech 2 stuff. And from 91 onwards, you'll start getting more of the Tech 3 stuff. And that doesn't include, obviously, things like your loot progressions in your skills and perks and stuff like that, which we haven't discussed about. And by doing the early on quests, we've actually gained ourselves some perks already, which we're going to discuss in the next episode, because during the night time is where we want to be using our perks. Because if you're stood out in the open like I am now, dealing with what perks you want, you're more than likely going to get hit by a zombie, and if they hit in the back of the head, you're also more likely to get knocked out, disorientated, so you can't run away from them and could potentially die. The whole idea about this guide is to try and encourage you not to die, and to obviously help you get the necessary skills to be able to survive a bit longer. But we're back at the base now, and we've got a few resources. We've got a few tools that we've managed to pick up. We've got ourselves some iron arrows, which I'll show you how to use in a second. But yeah, we've got a little bit more of everything else. But we're really struggling for food, and that's going to affect our stamina. So we're going to head back up to our little camping area, like so. We'll grab our salmon. That's the only one really that we've got. Use it by clicking on it. Let's put it on the hotbar. And you'll see the green bar will start going up. It's not really going to fill us up that much, so we're going to go ahead and eat the can of chili as well. There we go. Now, as you can see, that is really the only thing we've got. So the choices we've got is either we eat all of these yucca plants, which is only one food at a time, or we start looking for other food. Now, you've got the old sham sandwich. By eating the old sham sandwich, you're going to actually give yourself 15 food, but you're also going to reduce your health. and we haven't really got anything for it. But what we can do is we can use our red tea. We can use that, and then we can eat the sandwich. Now, it's still going to affect our health, but right now we've got a lot more health than we have food. So I'm just going to eat one of the sandwiches. Actually, we'll eat both. You can see we now dropped 10 health. But we shouldn't get any poisoning from that because we've obviously had the red tea. And our food is almost up to full. So there are things like that. You can even do the mouldy bread, but again, you're not going to get the same benefit from that. And the mouldy bread's good for later down the line as well. Realistically, we really need food. And we need to find food sooner rather than later. The best thing is tinned food because it's not going to poison you as much because the food that's grown on the ground is poisoned. Because obviously whatever infection it is, it does affect it. So just bear that in mind. But there are things we can do, like having the red tea, which we can use to obviously counter affect that. We're now going to drop in all these things here, and you notice we've got 3 empty cans now because obviously the 2 food we had. We'll drop that in there. We're going to keep the feathers on us. We've got a book which we got out of the chest. We can just go ahead and use that. Sand we don't need at the moment. We don't need any of these. The hay bales we'll put into one side. We'll discuss them later. And we just put everything else in. Like so. Oh, and the aloe vera as well. Right. Next point I'm going to have is how to change your ammunition in a bow. To reset your bow, if you've not got any ammo in it, it's press the R button. If you've got ammo in your bag, it generally does it automatically, but if it doesn't, just hit the R button, it reloads. However, to change to iron arrows, if you hold the R button, you'll get this little option here. It also tells you what options of arrows you get in the game as well. You got steel, flaming, and exploding, plus the 2 we've got. Now, obviously, we've got no more stone arrows left, because I think I may have just put them in the box by accident. But we've got iron arrows, so if you hover over it and let go of the R button, it's now loaded iron arrows for us. Now got something a little bit stronger. Remember, if they don't break, you can pick them back up and reuse them again, so that's decent for us. But yeah, we're good, we're set. We've got another level, and as I say, in the next section of this well, obviously the second half of this day, we'll go about the perks because you don't really want to waste your time while you're out here. No, I'm wasting my time here now because I know how to pick up what I've lost. And offset the lost time. But right now for you need everything. I won't necessarily say you need this for plant fiber, but we will need some of it at a later stage. But what we definitely do need is things like the yucca plants. If you're in a desert, you want to go around looking for eggs. If you can get eggs, you want to just try and get anything. I know it's a risk to poison yourself, but the risk is less than actually dying of hunger. So it's one of them. So I'm just going to go around and drop a few of these so I can make some yucca fruit juice. There we go. I do believe actually you can make recipes. Make a yucca seed. The yucca smoothie is the best thing in the world for the yucca plants, but we'll be fine without that. And we're basically just going to spend the next little bit going around gathering what we can. And then once you start getting to the night time, you want to start heading back to your base. What I'm going to do is... Oh, I must have hit characters. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to actually head back to our location now. If you were playing, I'd take this time to gather more resources. But I'm going to actually go through the perk system on the next episode. So we're going to end it here. Hopefully I've helped you out with some stuff. If there's anything that I've missed, then let me know in the comments section. I'll either respond to you via a direct message, comment, or we'll cover it in one of the later episodes as well. But hopefully we've got everything so far. Right now we're just going to strip this out because I want some room in here. Things. There we go. Is that. We're also getting plenty of wood as well. So we're getting plenty of resources because we're going to be using some of this to move on to our next stage. So thank you very much everybody for checking out this episode. Make sure you hit that thumbs up button if you are enjoying the series as a whole. Remember, there is a Discord and a multiplayer server for those of you who wish to join us. Check them out in the Discord. The links are all in there, and obviously anything else that you might need. But for myself and from Hightower, we shall see you all on the next episode. Bye bye for now.